Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you guys have all had a great week. I'm Dan from Trading with Dan, and this is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. Yes, Bitcoin on the 4-hour was looking very promising. We did of sorts close candles, just a whisker above our resistance level. We had a little bit of a move up, as you can see here, but ultimately it was to be a failure. It obviously pretty much coincided with the 4-hour 9, as you can see here as well. But basically, once we got above here and we didn't really get any proper acceleration to the upside, that was always going to be a relatively bearish sign. And yeah, obviously then as we started to trade lower and lower than these levels and then lower than this horizontal, then all the weak hands, if you want to call them that, but basically just all the people that just were running tight stops, obviously sold their positions, and that drove us back down. So we are looking to now come back down and test the lower level of the range basically that we're in. The lower level obviously being this $35,000 level. If we can hold anywhere above here, it will still be looking good for a triangle, a pennant, obviously a somewhat adjusted one. So now that we have more price action, we shall adjust this. You guys know when we did draw it in on, we were saying that it is not necessarily going to be, certainly not the bottom side of it, was not necessarily going to be correct, because we didn't really have many levels to realistically look at, as in many touches, as in much efficacious price history basically. But now it kind of does look better now. We have got quite a few touches here at the top as well. Maybe pull this down a little bit also. Yeah, so here we go. Here is our final version. So we are obviously looking for a move here. At present, as you can see, this trend for this medium term is down. You could say this is the bear flag, and we are at the lower end of it, above this important support zone. So they are not bullish signs, put it that way. They're not bullish signs, but obviously we've got to break and confirm below. So I pretty much would say, if we close any 4-hour candles below 35, then yeah, I mean, I think at the minimum we are looking at testing 30k again. Obviously to the upside, if we can basically get above our resistance here again, and obviously break out of the actual triangle to the upside, then we'll be hopefully trying to get up to this 42,000. But obviously the path of least resistance still is pretty much looking like now that it could potentially be to the downside. I know all I would say to counter that is that we have had such a severe move down already that it potentially is a bit punchy, expecting further downside. But just purely from looking at the chart, and where we are right at the moment, then you could say, obviously, I mean, we're obviously at the bottom level. We are close to breaking this support zone and the bottom of the triangle. That's what I'm trying to say. Obviously yesterday we were basically poking above the resistance and looking to take out the top of the trend line, so it was clearly looking like we had a good shot of breaking to the upside. But today we flipped that on the head. And yeah, so basically we've got to hold this level. We'll actually extend this box over a bit. We've realistically got to hold this level, bounce, and if we do that, then we could look bounce to the top. Then obviously clearly that would look pretty good. It would obviously be a rejection of this move down, and supported around here, and then brought back up. And then if we break over, then obviously you'd have to favor the bulls to then get continuation finally to the upside, and potentially through 42,000. So yeah, all is to play for. It doesn't help that it is Friday and it is the trading day of the week for traditional markets. So we will be left to our own devices over the weekend with the evil market manipulators, including obviously the Twitter manipulators. Elon, just I don't know what he was deciding to do. Maybe it looked like we were looking good for a breakup, and he wants to buy lower. Who even knows what he's doing? But he came in at just the right time, just to mess with our melons. But anyway, Ethereum Satoshi pairing holding up quite well. So this is not looking so bad. Holding up quite well even after this little move down. So not much fear at the moment been telegraphed in these altcoin markets. Bitcoin dominance also, as you can see, not really doing a lot. Getting supported at our horizontal, as you can see. But still, obviously, this trend is down here for the time being. But if we do get supported here and do start to move up, then, well, if we take out this high here, we'll draw this on. If we take out this high here, then we can potentially expect another leg up and potentially taking out this high here as well. So whilst we're in this range, we maybe we'll trade some sideways range between here, and then we're looking for basically a break below here or the break above there. The Ethereum USD pairing, obviously having a little bit of a pullback, obviously at our resistance zone on a 4-hour-9 also. Not quite hit this horizontal level in much the same way that Bitcoin also hasn't quite hit this horizontal level yet. But maybe we get a wick into it. Maybe we're going to get a wick down before then getting supported and we move back up, or maybe we just move straight back up. Either way, it's the weekend, so it's difficult for obviously for me personally to accept that we're going to get a conclusion, a divisive conclusion to this over the weekend. But we could do. Obviously everything's statistics and probabilities, and we very easily could. Let's just straighten these out a little bit. Yeah, we very easily could get that price action over the weekend. Nothing to say we can't really, other than just that usually it is just sideways reversion to mean trading. DXY also, as you can see, having a little bit of a pump up. Is it gonna come and try and test the bottom side of this trend line? If we extend this horizontal, it looks pretty much like it's poked through that at the moment. But also this is clearly going to be having a bit of downward pressure on risk assets such as crypto, the S&P as well, stock markets as well, as you can see. But well, these have not ended so well, just trading sideways, not looking too bad, at all. Yeah, I mean, not much else to report, guys. I thought we were going to get a decent move out yesterday. We were looking good, and then we were, well, it's not like I don't want to blame Elon, but I guess he was the trigger for this downward move when it did look like we could be moving to the upside. But nonetheless, if you just ignore all that, we pretty much did hit this resistance level on a 4-hour-9, failed to get acceleration once we broke above this resistance level. Therefore, obviously they were relatively bearish signs, so once we traded back below 38,000, and then yeah, obviously this move down would have looked pretty obvious in real time. So yes, stochastics, we'll have a look at stochastics. We did. I think we were looking at the 4-hour. Was yesterday looking like it was getting a bit toppy and could come down. But yeah, 4-hour coming down a little bit now. Let's do our daily wait for the 10-hour. Let's just hope it's not too long today. But yeah, I think the 10 and 12-hour were looking good yesterday. 10 hours now obviously turned back over from a high level, so this is now going to be putting downward pressure on price action at a level and a price that we don't want downward pressure. 12-hour is still barely turning up, but could definitely turn back over, and we can see we've got a potential trend line here. Daily still coming up, so daily is if anything's going to save us, potentially daily, 2-day and 3-day are going to be what does it, holds us above this support level, and gives us at least an attempt to break to the upside. 2-day looking to curl down a bit but at a low level, and 3-day still putting up from a low level. So I think it is unfortunate that it is the weekend, because I think we could just get literally anything can happen basically. we could see the wick move down. We literally could get like like a sort of flash crash down to 30,000, bought back up, and then ultimately may break back above and make our way up, onwards and upwards. I mean, I would like that it would be so textbook of Bitcoin price action. Similarly, we could get in the opposite direction. We could get the move up, basically a blast above 42,000 to 46, and then get slammed down in a bull trap fashion. But if one of those outcomes was to happen, I do think it would be the push to the downside and then the upside, mainly because of how we postured and how trend is at the present moment, and also, well, because of those things, it would be an easier undertaking to do, to hunt that liquidity to the downside and then buy back up. Because I do think to kind of push us up, whipsaw us up to the upside and then down, would be a potentially more difficult undertaking, especially obviously with current trend and posture. So we are potentially in for some wild antics this weekend. It is difficult with it being the weekend to say which way to have a bias, because it's just ultimately we could have wild action and then find ourselves basically back in the $37,000 range come Monday morning. We just obviously have to keep an eye on the wider range that we're in, which we are currently sat at the bottom at, which is not realistically what we want to be seeing. But it is what it is. We can only trade the market that we have. So not much else to say, guys, this morning. Not much else to say. Thank you for listening. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.